Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of the FDS series, where we're going to do a row component, which is the second to last episode in this series. We've got this one, and then the next one and final one is going to be the alert component. So stick around for that, then you'll have 20 episodes in total to teach you how to set up a design system in Figma. Let's come down to input, right click on it and duplicate the page. Rename this to row and move it below the radio so everything is in alphabetical order there. Let's come over here, add row, and bring in the intro from the scale design system. There we go. Let's get rid of this and then hit F on our keyboard and draw out a frame. Rename it to row. Give it auto layout going downwards, and then change these to 0. Because we're about to add another frame inside this, which is the content. So let's rename that content and then give it horizontal auto layout with 8 here. Let's add a space variable of S. This is going to be 0. And the top and the bottom padding is going to be 12. Okay, let's go upper level, change the width to 370. The height can be hug for now. And with the content layer selected, let's add some text. Just going to hit T on my keyboard and type in text. That, of course, reset the width. So let's change this to fill container. The text can be set to fill container as well. Let's just make sure the content is set to align left there. Now, this text is going to have secondary text underneath it. So put it in a group. Change this to a frame. Put its auto layout to down. Change this to 4, which is XS. Rename that to text. Duplicate the text. Call this secondary text. And then change this to text M. There we go. And let's give them their proper colors. This one's going to be content secondary, and this one's going to be content tertiary. Okay, and there's actually too much space between the text, so let's actually zero that out. Okay, are they both filled width? Great. Now we want this to be top left alignment, so let's just do that. And then in the content area, let's add a slot on the left-hand side and then one on the right-hand side, which is going to allow you to place whatever you want in there. Now, I've done row components before that have been a Swiss Army knife component style, right? Which has about 12 things on the left-hand side that have got like show and hide attached to them, and then about the same on the right-hand side. So you can pretty much make whatever composition you want. With Figma's new slots, I'm going to leave that up to you. Before we do that, let's create a component right there. Okay, so how do we add slots? Now, I'm just going to go and press F, which is a frame, draw out a rectangle, change this to 24, and then right-click on it and go Convert to Slot, right? So now it's called Slot, and you can do whatever you want with it. I'm going to move it out into this area. Let's call this slot leading. Duplicate it, bring it over to the right, and change this to slot trailing. Now, both of them have to have horizontal auto layout. I'm just going to zero these out. And then hug contents on the width and height. So no matter what you put in them, it actually just expands to fill that space. Okay, one thing we need to add is a divider. So when you stack them on top of each other, there's some separation. Let's just zoom in. I'm going to hit L on my keyboard, which is going to just draw a path. I'm going to stretch that out so it's the full width. I'm going to rename this divider. Having sharp edges is fine. I'm going to give it a border color of tertiary. Then I'm going to drag it into the component and then underneath here. Right? Let's make sure its width is set to fill container. And next, we'll start adding all the properties for the row component, right? So the first one can be the divider. And we can go show divider there. That's fine. We can then select the text, come up to the top right, add a variable for the text string. That's great. Go to secondary text. Do the same there. Let's just copy this into its name. Then we need to show and hide the slots. Let's go and show slot leading. That's fine. Let's select the trailing one. Do the same there. And then come back to the row component and see if everything's in the right order. We want the text to be first, followed by the secondary text. We've got one more. Let's allow it to show and hide the secondary text. So with the secondary text selected, let's go and add another Boolean to show and hide that. Go back to the row again. Then we'll move the show secondary text Boolean above the text itself. We've got show slot leading, and then slot leading, and then show slot trailing, and then slot trailing, and then show divider. Okay, let's zoom out and see if all of this works. Okay, we've got the text. Hello, secondary text. Text that is long and goes over 2 lines. Let's see if that actually did that. No. Let's copy and paste it. There we go. And you can change this yourself. I like it to have the element centered when it's being expanded, but you can change that to be, if we go to content, this, if you like. Let's just reset that and come back. I'm going to hide these two and also hide the divider. All right, so if you stacked them on top of each other, you'd want that divider to be in there to give you that separation there. Okay, so let's grab this one, show its slot leading, and then change this to that plus icon again. Now let's hide these by default. So I'm just going to hit the hide there and there. So if I was to reset this instance, everything would go back to the beginning. And if I do that, it's all working. Okay, let's delete these instances and just pull back. And okay, we've got the row component for the web library. Let's copy it over to the app library, change the text style so you can use it in your apps. Okay, let's jump over to the app library. Do the same thing we did before. I'm just going to duplicate the input page, rename this to row, change this to row, bring in the intro. Delete this component, go back to the web one. Let's make sure it's placed correctly though. We want it to be 48 from there and from the top. Cool, and hopefully if we copy and paste it, it's going to end up in the same place, but probably not, no. It's fine, let's just move this into place. I know it's pedantic, but what can you do? Okay, and there you go. So we're going to select text, change this to app text L, and select the secondary text and change this to app text M. And there you go. We've got the row component for the web and app libraries. They're driven by slots, which is pretty cool. And we're about to do the last episode in this series, the alert component. So I hope you're looking after yourselves and each other, and I'll see you one last time for the next one. Bye.